today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Taken at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. This defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Anderson. Catch made by Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the out.
On second down now, Irving. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Indy. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mike 56. Bravo. 56.
From the shotgun, Lawrence buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Anderson. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The numbers for Coleman last week. 7 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On first down, Irving. It's a 6-yard. Gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get... Same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball.
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Check. Strip that ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Anderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Anderson. And hitting Juju on the slant. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. 55 to Mike. I got one.
They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. You got nothing to Hey, high 7.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Nice, sweetheart. Go.
Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
Right there, 56. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Go! 90, Wolf! That's right, baby. They don't want it. 55, go!
That one complete. He finds Shark. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now, because as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's Anderson off the play fake. Anderson loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 56, Mike 56. It's got to be a...
Here's Lawrence to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw. Anderson. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. That catch good for only a couple. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face a third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw again. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense. It's going to be...
Anderson now to throw on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. This is the tight end, Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So we hit the halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
70, Indy. Check, 55 to Mike. Yeah. Hey, Delta. 55.
From the 38, Lawrence being chased out left. He finds his man complete. It's Brooks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hey, we don't need no more penalties right here.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Irving. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Watch 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On first down, Irving. He's to the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg. Anderson. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
69 yards on the ground for him so far. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready to break. 56. Watch the curl. Hey, Haywood.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Stay with your man.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lawrence will throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 17 yards out, and the Jaguars add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Anderson. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check 52.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yeah, we don't want none.
To throw is Anderson on 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Back to throw. Anderson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Who that? Check that.
Anderson on 1st down. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Off play action. And under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 36. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Anderson.
Watch the pass.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, Irving. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Let's go. Get hit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Check 55, Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Here's Anderson throwing on 1st down, and that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, that gets into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left, looking for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now the Steelers down by 12. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Anderson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Anderson now from the gun on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Let's get off the field. Hey. The field. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Bravo. Here we go.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Flush to his right.
Here I come again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 30. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling it. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the 2nd.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here trying to preserve the lead. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Watch the run. Mike, 56. Hey! 56. Let's go, let's go. Hey, high 7. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Quick toss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week.